Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming through today, and thank you for all of you watching us live around the country today. We're going to try and spend the next 30 minutes talking to you about what DuePoint does and hopefully leave you with a very different impression of what 2019 can look like for you. To start with, let me just mention that DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. This is important for you to know. You might not have heard of DuePoint before, but we are part of a much bigger licensed and listed insurance company, one that's been around for 68 years this year in South Africa. It is homegrown South African, and you are dealing with South Africans that you can find anytime in this office or any one of our offices around Johannesburg. Folks, in 2015, we started to design the DuePoint system and the tool, and we designed it because we saw two needs, two risks that were facing us at the time. One was the corporate risk and one was an individual one. As a corporate, we were starting to see a change in the economy in South Africa. We were starting to find that individuals were no longer responding to traditional forms of distribution. There was a reason for this, and this was because individuals were beginning to move into what we're now calling financial crisis. South Africans haven't all yet realized it, and many are in denial. But in the next 24 months, it's going to become very clear for just about every South African that there is a financial crisis in our individual lives at the moment. Now, when we say financial crisis, what do we mean? Well, what we mean is that we have lost control of our ability to create income in our country. Control is where you're able to dictate what outcome occurs in your financial circumstances. Right now, I know that none of you have that control. If you're employed, then someone else is controlling your income. We know that last year wasn't a great year for raises and bonuses, but it was an excellent year for retrenchments and economic shrinking. We have lost the ability to secure our future. And as a result, with lower levels of income, in fact, the lowest level of take-home pay in 20 years of South Africa's history, that's where we are right now, we are no longer able to purchase products the way we were before. And as a result, we as a corporate began to see the demise of traditional forms of distribution and sales. And we wanted to try and therefore solve two of these problems. One, we wanted to create a way that we could put individuals back in control of wealth creation in their lives. We wanted to utilize a very well entrenched characteristic of the South African individual, and that is what we call social entrepreneurship. It is the South African's ability to create multiple lines of income for themselves. You see them all the time. South Africans very seldom have one job. We have many jobs, and we wanted to leverage that in creating an economic solution for South Africans. And we wanted to create a new kind of distribution, one that did not follow the traditional formats, that would allow South Africans to control their income and for us as DuePoint to create more secure distribution. With those two risks dealt with, we put together what we believe was the solution, and we call it the DuePoint system. It's the reason why you're here today. What it does is it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, we give you one task. It's not selling, it's not advertising, it's not advising, and it's not any of the things you've done in the past. It's a simple task of connecting South Africans to us. There are 55 million South Africans who are all in financial crisis. And we want you to simply, using our technology, connect them to us. By connecting them to us, you create that new form of distribution for us into which we can create greater revenue. And from the greater revenue, we are able to create for you a recurring extra income. We are not in the business of cash or cash in transit. Anything that you've done in the past that creates for you cash on sale is not an income that is going to change your circumstances, because the moment you can't sell, that income is gone. It's a little bit like your job. The moment you can no longer work at your job, your income is gone. We're in the business of wealth creation at DuePoint. Wealth creation is an income that is there every month on a recurring, reliable basis, even when you can't work, or when you are away, or when you are sick in hospital. It comes in. That is what true wealth is, and it is what we create in our system. We build into the system a tool to allow you to leverage others in the creation of your wealth. This is to accommodate the very well-known circumstance of the average South African, which is we don't have time. If this afternoon you were going to tell the person who connected you to DuePoint, I'm sorry, I don't have time, well, it's not a valid excuse because no one in South Africa has time. You wouldn't be South African if you had time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, not having time is actually not the reason for not doing DuePoint. It is the reason why you are in financial crisis. All of you know you spend 80, 100 hours a week working on your jobs, and yet you are getting, and this is not my statement, it's the economist's statement, you are getting poorer every year. Why would you work for something that makes you poorer every year? But you're all going to go back. I have a whole lot of theories around that. You should come to one of our training, and I'll tell you why you keep working at the thing that keeps making you poorer. Folks, here at DuePoint, we understand that circumstance. And so we have created your ability to leverage others in the construction of your wealth. Ours is a 24-hour-a-day, 365-day-a-year business. There is no delivery of stock. There is no paper application forms. Everything is a simple click away on your smartphone to connecting and creating wealth for you. Even as you sleep, your teams will be creating wealth for you at DuePoint. You get to use this system at no cost. We do not ask you today for a startup fee or an admin fee or a monthly fee or an application form fee or a training fee. We're in the business of creating wealth, not taking wealth. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you automatically get free use of our entire system. And because you're not selling or advertising, you're not brokers or representatives or intermediaries, you are simply connecting South Africans to us. Everybody in South Africa is capable of being a wealth engineer with us. It doesn't matter their education or their experience. And it means that everybody is capable of producing a proper and real asset in the DuePoint system. Why do we call it an asset? Because an asset produces a monthly income for you. That's what the DuePoint channel will do for you. An asset can be priced and sold. That is what happens in the DuePoint system. And ultimately, this channel of income that you create will be passed on to your children automatically when you pass away one day. And they will earn the income that you created during your lifetime. They'll be able to grow the asset further and then hand it over to their children after them. We are in the business of intergenerational wealth at DuePoint. As a 7-decade-old insurance company, we don't think about just this generation. We're thinking about how we create a permanent economic solution for South Africans, and that must span the generations. We've built this tool to be absolutely convenient. One of the things that it makes us South Africans is our pride and our egos, and we're always very sensitive about how they may be damaged or stepped on. And so when anybody says anything that even remotely smells like network marketing, we run for the hills. Well, you'll be glad to know that in this system we've eliminated all the things you would naturally have been embarrassed about. First of all, there are no cheap second-rate products that you have to carry around in your car and deliver and hope it are delivered, and etc., etc. There are no presentations that you will ever have to do, and there's no selling. So you don't have to be a salesperson. And so I'm not good at selling. Fantastic, you're perfect for DuePoint. Then other people say, this is great, I'm a great salesperson. We go, perfect, you're perfect for DuePoint. This does not require any type of personality type. It is a technology, and we ask you simply to connect South Africans to us. As you connect South Africans to us in this system, we're able, some of them, as through our technology, will be able to catch the vision of what we're doing here at DuePoint. And when they do, like you, become wealth engineers, well, then we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These individuals go out and connect South Africans to us through our technology, and where some of them become wealth engineers again, we allocate them to you. This process repeats itself as individuals connect individuals, and your channel of distribution begins to spread out across South Africa. We then come along as DuePoint, and we do the work of facilitating the purchase of our products throughout this channel that you have created, and without you having to do a single presentation or to sell a single thing, your income with us is born. We distribute this income to you in two ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment made every month in your channel, as long as they are made. Now, I had a lady, I'm just thinking about this, I had a lady the other day, she's actually a wonderful wealth engineer, she's very committed to building her wealth with us, and she says, every time I see that R27.50, I go, oh, it's so little. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something you have to realize here this afternoon. This is not a once-off. Before, when you were involved in something, when you had to sell a pot or a toiletry or a cream or something, you only got it once. So you might have got 450 Rand on that sale. But you only got it once when you sold that pot. Have you ever tried to sell 2 of the same pots to the same person? It doesn't work. They go, but you gave me one last month. I don't want it again now. At DuePoint, you connect an individual to us once, just once. And you create for yourself a monthly stream of income. Because every time an individual pays their product, you get 27.50 Rand. But not only that, you get it multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. So for instance, you go out, you chat to your friends. Some become wealth engineers, pay for their product, and you will get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. You now get 55 Rand every month thereafter, as long as that payment is made each month. This is way more valuable than any once-off payment you could possibly get. We're no good at managing our money in South Africa. You know that. Even if I gave you 50,000 Rand today, how long do you think it would last? How long do you think it would last? And so what we do, instead of giving you 50,000 Rand today, we give it to you every month as that product is paid. And what that does instead is it changes your circumstances completely. You have power in our system. If any of these individuals have 2 products, you get twice as much. 2 products, 110 Rand. 3 products, 165 Rand. 4 products, 220 Rand, and so on and so on. And so you create this income stream off of a single connection. Once off, no running back to your friends every month to beg them to buy. Our automatic debit order system brings those products in every month, and your income flows in. These individuals go out, they connect a few people to us, take a product, and again, you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. You've been here in this particular example, 5 minutes. You put a handful of people in and you're earning 1,000 Rand a month with us. That's 12,000 Rand a year of extra income that you've created for yourself. Now I know that you've seen things on Facebook and Google and WhatsApp groups where they all promise you're going to be rich in 90 days. But there's no such thing. There is no such thing. If there was, you would know people that had got rich in 90 days, and well, we don't know any. There are people who pretend. I always enjoy those ones. They're standing next to the Ferrari. And they go, if you join my business, you can be like me. But what you can see in the background, it's the Ferrari shop, and the salesman is running to chase them away from the car they're taking a picture at. I've seen those. I have literally seen those. I've seen people sitting in clothes shops with 40,000 Rand handbags next to them. But you know they're not walking out with that bag. They're just trying to con you. At DuePoint, we're not in that kind of business. At DuePoint, we're in the business of wealth creation. And wealth has a price. That price is time. South Africans hate it when I tell them that. I laugh. Some of our big wealth engineers who've been around with us for years say, Brendan, stop saying that. Stop saying that to people, because the moment you tell them it's going to take time, they run. Because South Africans don't have the self-discipline to put time in to create wealth. What they do have is the self-discipline to say, you need to give it to me now. But folks, that's an impossibility. If we're going to create what we create, what do we create? Permanent wealth. Not here today, gone tomorrow wealth. Permanent, life-changing, intergenerational wealth. And if you're going to build that, you're going to have to put time in. If you put more time in, your channel will continue to grow, and you will continue to earn at a diminishing rate down to the 8th point. From the 8th point onwards, however, you have unlimited potential. From the 8th point onwards, you will always earn 4% of 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel, as long as you qualify to earn. This means, and if you go and watch any of our training videos, and I encourage you to do so, go to our YouTube channel and go and watch our returns and rewards videos. You will understand how we have created something that gives you unlimited potential. You do not have unlimited potential in anything you do in South Africa today, in anything. But at DuePoint, you have unlimited potential. It all comes down to how much time and how hard you are willing to work to build your wealth and to change your circumstances forever. In fact, we've been around long enough to be able to calculate pretty much what you can expect to earn at DuePoint if you are willing to put time and effort in. We know you're busy, so we've built a model that we've tested over years now. It's based on the fact that you have no time, based on the fact that you're busy. We call it the 3+2 growth rate model. And it says that in your first month with us, because you're busy, you are responsible for only connecting 3 people to your first point with us. Just 3 in an entire month. Then every month thereafter, because we know you're busy, you are responsible for connecting just 2 people every month. 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. If you're able to do that, and we build all of our maths in, after 6 months you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. You can see how different this presentation is to the ones you've been to before. The ones you've been to before, by the time you're in 6 months, you've got your own Concorde and a yacht in the Mediterranean. The only problem is nobody's ever got those things. Here at DuePoint, repeatedly, the mathematics proves to be true. You're busy. You're never going to be rich in 90 days. But if you can put 6 months in, we can get you up to 30,000 Rand a year. Not once off when you sell the pot, no running back to your friends to beg every month. But every month, 2,500 Rand comes in, 30,000 Rand a year with us. If you're able to keep up that process, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, for a year, then after a year with us, that's this time next year, you can reasonably expect to be, on average, around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month with us. That's 120,000 Rand a year of extra income flowing into your household. It did not take 5 minutes. It took 12 months. But it didn't take 100,000 people. It took 2 people every month that you were connecting consistently without stopping. If you're able to do that, then we're able to get you to around about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month in a year with us. If you can do it for 2 years, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, then after 2 years, you can reasonably expect to be on about 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand a year, and you are now in the top third of earners in the country, according to SARS's statistics. Has life changed already for you on 30,000 Rand a month? Permanently. It has permanently changed for you. I know it's not the millions that you've been promised elsewhere, because those don't exist, but here you have changed your life dramatically. Can you do 3 years with us? If you do 3 years of plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, then after 3 years of consistent effort, you can reasonably expect to be on about 40,000 to 45,000 Rand a month with us. After 4 years, it rises to about 60,000 to 65,000 Rand a month. And after half a decade, not 5 months, guys, not 5 weeks, and not the first 50 people you speak to, 5 years of connecting 2 people at a time to us every month, you can reasonably expect to be on about 80,000 to 100,000 Rand a month. That makes you a millionaire, and you are now in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. Have we done this at DuePoint? Yes, we have. People have done it faster than 5 years. Others are going to take longer than 5 years to get there, but it doesn't matter. It is all up to you how much time you commit to the process. Will people let you down along the way? Absolutely. You talk to any of our wealth engineers that have built real wealth here, they will tell you about the people who lapsed, cancelled, didn't pay, laughed at them, mocked them, ridiculed them. But those people are still poor. And the wealth engineers have created for themselves a very different life already with us. Every month we put a couple of people on stage. We had 2 on our stage just a couple of weeks ago. The first one was Paul. Paul's been with us for about 6 months. His first month he was overseas. 6 months with us, and guess what? 2,442 Rand. What did I say after 6 months? 2,500. System works. Then we've got Norma. Norma works full-time in one of the major medical aids. She works after hours, and she certainly doesn't do a 40-hour week. She does a much, much longer week. And at the end of last year, she said she had to fight for just a 5,000 Rand raise. And then she said, what on earth am I doing? Let me use this tool in my hand and build the same raise myself that's under my control and in my potential. And she's already well on her way to earning that 5,000 Rand without having to fight anybody. Folks, we've got people across the spectrum. All walks of life have joined DuePoint and built wealth. People who are incredibly busy, people who are not busy, people who want 5,000 Rand a month, people who want 175,000 Rand a month. They're all in our business, and their testimonies are all on our YouTube channel, hundreds of them. Well, no, maybe not hundreds, but I only do 2 a month, so there's probably 110 of them that you could go and look at on our YouTube channel and see how they're earning. And this is a fraction of the number of people who are earning at DuePoint today. Just decide what you want to do with this tool. The second way we reward you is through our XP Rewards training program. Our training program is designed to do a few things. Firstly, it's designed to teach you how to become a better entrepreneur, how to create better, faster, and more stable wealth in the DuePoint system, how to understand the market and industry that you're in. You get this at no cost. All of this training, world-class training at no cost. But lastly and most importantly, it is designed to start changing your circumstances. We in South Africa live in very poor circumstances. So not only do we want to create wealth for you, we want to change the circumstances that you live in. As you complete the steps in our XP Rewards program, and you need to engage with it, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't automatically happen. If you become a wealth engineer today, go and get engaged in our training program. As you complete the steps in it, you will earn what's called XP points, experience points. These will accumulate over time, and as your channel grows and they accumulate, we rank you up. And as we rank you up, we start to change your lifestyle. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you start to progress, rank 5, you get a tool. It is an imported lightning memory stick from the US. It plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, and it has everything on it you need to connect South Africans to us, whether you're online or offline. At rank 7, we give you a 17,000 Rand set of imported, custom-made, gold-gilded business cards. They are the finest set in the country. They take us weeks to have made for you because they have to go to 3 separate printers to have genuine gold gilding on a business card. Is something very, very few South Africans have. But when you connect someone with a card like that, they automatically ask, who is DuePoint and what do you do for them? At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, every year that you maintain that channel size with us, we take you and your family away on a 5-star trip, all expenses paid, business class tickets. This is often where I lose people. Some people go, this is too much for me, I can't handle it. Other people say, you see, it's all fantasy, it's not real. Folks, we've been doing this for years now. We go away every year. I don't have to show you fake internet footage. I show you the real thing. This is not like some of the pictures I've seen in some of these other things, where you see the people standing at the ticket counter at OR Tambo, but nothing after that. Because actually nothing happened after that. This is the real deal. We go every year. We're already planning this year's trip. We go in December every year when it's hot and expensive, and your children are on holiday, not in July when it's cold and cheap. And we go with our wealth engineers every year. If you want to join us, there's no cutoff, there's no deadline. You can take 5 months to go to rank 9, that's our record so far, or you can take 31 months to go rank 9, or you can take any length of time in between. This is a matter of saying, I am tired of the circumstances I live in. I'm tired of them. Folks, there is nothing else in South Africa today that you can pick up and control yourself that is genuine, reviewed, regulated, and controlled like DuePoint. Your decision is simply to say, I will, instead of wasting my time on things that make me poor, pick up a tool that will create wealth and change my circumstances for me. And when you go rank 9, your Decembers begin to look a little like this. Feels like a lifetime ago already. It's only February, and we were there in December. That's a culmination of a few trips we've done already. As I say, we're doing another one this year. Who will be with us? We've got a whole year ahead. Any one of you can make the decision to join us on trips like these at Rank 9. It's up to you. At Rank 9, you've got more than just a trip with us. You have really begun to change your life with wealth that you have created for yourself with us. At Rank 11, we give you another useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not financed through us. We don't rent it to you, and we don't give it to you and take it away. It is your car. It's your car, and we believe you'll use it for the creation of your freedom. That's 11 of the 28 ranks that we currently have mapped in our training program. If that's what lies in the first third, what lies in the second third for those of you who are willing to commit time and energy to changing your circumstances forever? Ladies and gentlemen, we create wealth here through the purchase of our products, as I described earlier. We have 4 products at DuePoint. Our first is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan costs 324 Rand a month, and for that, you get 2 independent products. Your first one is your very own tax-free investment account, and your second is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand every month from your 324, and we put it into your investment, and you are creating an asset already with us before you have even connected your first person. The second product that we have is our Wealth Guard product. It costs 249 Rand a month, and for 249 Rand, you get 1,000,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limits. You can be any age and take this product, which means any and every South African, no matter their circumstances, can be involved in and grow wealth with DuePoint. And then our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It starts at 299 Rand a month, and it offers you 2 benefits. The first is funeral cover. You can select between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, and you can add 5 to 10 additional family members to that cover. The principal member of the policy also gets 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover, which means that when they pass away, we settle 10,000 Rands worth of their outstanding debt so that their family do not need to. We believe that these are the finest financial services products in the country in their categories. And then our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month, and for that you get to be a member of our club, and as a member of our club you get access to all of our suppliers. These suppliers offer us as a corporate special prices, discounts, vouchers, packages, services, VIP account managers, you name it, you get it as a Wealth Point Buyers Club member. We had a beautiful example on Saturday. One of our wealth engineers has just recently got a quote on a car he wants to purchase from Ford. Eagle Ford is one of our suppliers. They gave him a 91,000 Rand discount on his car. Why? Because he's a Wealth Point member at DuePoint. Folks, this is the most incredible product, and recently, just a couple of weeks ago, we launched our brand new service provider, Cell C. You can now get discounted airtime and data off of our Cell C supplier right through our app. You can purchase this stuff and have it on your phone in days. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that means that we've equipped you, because our business is a technology-based business, we've equipped you now at even lower prices to be building wealth with us here. To get the full details of all of our products, go to our website, DuePoint.net. You will see 100% detail on our products. You can download product documents, and you can watch our review videos on every one of our products and learn how to maximize your benefits from every one of our products, and also how and why we believe they are the best in the industry today in their categories. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition, in 2019, we are running a very special incentive and reward for our wealth engineers. We call it our 365 Challenge, and it is looking for those South Africans who are tired of their circumstances and want change now. In our 365 Challenge, we say that if you can connect 365 people to DuePoint in your first 365 days with us, that means that from the day you become a wealth engineer, which could be today, from that day forward, you have 365 days. If you can connect 365 of the 55 million South Africans that there are out there by the end of your 365th day with us, then we will give you the equivalent of 1.25 million Rands worth of reward. In there will be 365,000 Rand cash check for reaching and obtaining 365. You will have created a channel that is worth, we believe, conservatively around 500,000 Rand a year. So it's not a once-off. You've now built a channel. 365 people will have duplicated. People battle to understand this in these presentations. I've heard some of my wealth engineers saying, you need to explain it. People don't understand that the 365 that you put in is going to result in a channel. And that channel will result in an earning of around about 45,000 Rand a month. Then your channel will have surpassed rank 9 in our training program, which means you'll be coming away on holiday with us at the end of this year. And it will have surpassed rank 11, which means that in 2019, perhaps for the very first time in your life, you will get a brand new motor car. There is nothing in South Africa today that is offering in the genuine, regulated circumstances of DuePoint. There is nothing like us. There is absolutely nothing like us. This is a discussion I'm constantly having with South Africans. South Africans are clinging to what they know as it collapses around them. We have built something that will take South Africa into the 21st century. And it is a tool available to you, and you can, in 12 months, permanently change your circumstances. And I encourage you to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, to help you get through this month, if you want to get your 365 ticked off, you've got to tick it off month by month. To get through this month, we've got our monthly wealth quest running for February. What do you got to do? You've got to find 3 people and get those 3 people qualified. In other words, they must find 3 people. If you can do that and everyone's paid by the end of this month, you can then get either 5,000 Rand cash reward from us or your very own Apple iPhone, which is a very powerful tool in building your channel. All you've got to do, find 3 people who get 3 people and everybody paid by the end of this month. And you could have a brand new phone or 5,000 Rand in cash. If you want to become a wealth engineer today, ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do is go to our website. Go and read and watch everything you need on that website and get to know what you need in order to fill out the application form. Once you're done, click join, fill out the application form. Less than 3 minutes later, you are a wealth engineer, not a single cent having left your pockets today. It's not a financial risk decision to become a wealth engineer. If you're serious and you want to be serious about your knowledge around DuePoint, well then go online. Go to Constantia's website, see our financials, see our BEE status if that's what you want to see. We're a public and listed company. Go to the JSC's website, look us up under Conduit Capital. Go to the FSCA's website and see our licenses, life and short term, and of course our financial services provider licenses. They're all there. Go and get comfort and then get out there and start doing the work of changing your wealth and your circumstances. You may have questions. That's completely natural. Come and ask them. Ask us, ask our client service team. Come and visit us at our offices, no matter where you are in the country. When you're in Joburg, come and visit us. Get the certainty, build the trust in the only company that we believe today holds the tool for the average South African to build a real, unlimited future with. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will see all of you outside. And for those of you watching us online, we'll be live again tomorrow night at 6:30. See you then. Cheers.